Here we go. Happy, I never know the date. November 7th. So we are here. We are live. And I'm not feeling too bad. I actually had a pretty bad event today. Had to call 911. I thought, honestly, that I was having a heart attack. My heart was thumping and burbling like it was a simmering soup pot. I woke up like that, and it felt like it was beating really, really quick. So I got up and I went, sat in the kitchen. By the time I got to the kitchen, I felt worse. So I do fight against anxiety and panic, which is one of the reasons, the main reason I can't drive or don't drive very much. But I got to the kitchen, and instead of being better and settling down, it was worse. So I sipped on some water and figuring, it'll get better. My chest was sore. So I was 100% convinced it was my heart, honestly. I can't say 100%. You never do that, right? So we know better than doing something like that. So anyway, within 10 minutes, things weren't doing very well. I felt a burning, and it was coming up into my jaw, and they say it's your jaw and your arm and stuff like that. And I'm going like, oh, yes, it's happening. Like, I don't want it to happen. Nay, nay. So eventually I says, okay, I got to bite the bullet. And I called 911. The lady was clearly reading from a script. Very little empathy or compassion, but not mean. Okay. It wasn't as bad as when you get a call overseas and they don't care what you say. She wanted her questions answered. Did I have blood in my stool? No. Do I feel clammy and sweaty? I said I feel chilly. I feel cold, and my head feels, like somebody's pumped it up with air. And she says, well, do you feel cold? Do you feel clammy and sweaty? She wasn't going to avoid the question. So I said, I'll say yes. Okay. Might as well go for the full gusto or whatever, as they say it. If you're watching this on the rewind, because I know a lot of you guys can't come in on Friday night, but you do watch later because you like it when we get together. So, make sure you make a comment. Tell me that you're going to say a prayer for me. But I have good news, okay? So the rescue squad came in. 3 big guys came in. I'm going, oh, my God. And one of them was huge. Absolutely freaking huge. Okay? So, oh, there it is. Okay, so they came. They started talking to me. They were very nice. I was actually quite impressed. They were really nice and compassionate and all kinds of stuff like that. And so one guy was talking to me over there, and the other guy was feeling my pulse over here. And then I felt he pricked my finger. Who the hell just comes up and just pricks your finger? Okay. So anyway, he did. And I said, did you just prick my finger? He says, yeah, put this cotton on there. So whatever he needed or wanted to do, he did. Okay. They were working quick because they didn't know what was going on, honestly. So they needed some data. Just like you that are into photography know that you need data and to make decisions. So anyway, so then the biggest of the 3, he's the kind of guy, you don't want to get him mad, okay? So he said, can you, in very deep voice. This guy had like 10-pound balls. I can't say that on the air. So this guy, can you take your shirt off? No, nay, nay. I've gotten into watching John Panay, and he does that this past week. So this happened today, this morning, between 8 and 8:30. Okay, now my chest does feel a little bit sore. Okay, the bones. I can't feel my heart. I can't stick my hand that far down into my chest. So anyway, did an EKG, and then I'm going like, okay, here it is. This is where he's going to say, you're having a heart event. You're having a heart attack. Okay, and we're just going to have to take you to the ER. So the guy takes it, and the other guy goes, do you want the good news first or the bad news? I'm going like, crap. What's that about? Just give me the damn news, you know? Or get out of the line. as John Benet would say. I got some of his lines down pat. Okay. Get out of the line. It's like he started to say, like, people wait till they get at the front of the McDonald's menu, and then that's when they decide they're going to read the menu. Okay? It's been the same thing since I was 6 years old. You don't know what you want at McDonald's? Get out of the line. Okay? That was his line. And I guess I'll probably be using that like Sly's Winter Chicken Dinner, which I've been using for years now. So anyway. So the good news is, he says, okay, I'll give you the bad news first. He says, you're going to live another 30 years. What? That was true shock. Not just now, because I knew the news. I know the news now. But at that time, I expected him to say, we're going to have to transport you to the ER. The EKG is showing that you are having a heart attack. He says, I said, what? You just read my EKG? Are you telling me that my heart is fine? He says, your heart is solid as a rock. Nothing is wrong with your heart. You can't win for nothing around here. No, that wasn't be the win to have bad news, okay? So that was a win. That was a blessing. The Lord took care of it. So I said, my chest is bubbling. I feel pressure. I feel pain. Are you short of breath? No, I'm not short of breath. Okay, so he says, well, your blood pressure is 210 over 135. What? He says, that's why your chest is bubbling. So I'm going like, okay, this is very interesting. And he says, your pulse is 130. If it was over 150, we'd have to take you to the ER. And I said, well, thank God, but I could feel it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this is the most excited I've been all day. So let me just calm down, take a little sip of water. So he said, what medications are you taking? And I told him, he says, well, I could take you to the emergency room. He says, but they're going to give you exactly those same medications. So if you just open your bottle and take one of each, there was 3 different bottles. So I opened 2 of them. I didn't want to take the third one, which is a diuretic to go pee. I wasn't going to pee while the man was there, okay? Or the men, so to speak. Hi, Roy. I see you, buddy. So I took that, and he says, you just have to, calm down, you know. He says, you're having anxiety and maybe even panic. And I'm going like, well, how did he know? So that was my morning event. And I've been burping all day. So there's something going on digestively, I think. And it might have been the cause, because I have actually gotten pretty far from my normal dieting. I try to stick to it, but George brought home this big box of Danish, and you know, I'm looking at a box of Danish, and I'm thinking, should I have a piece? And I looked around, there's nobody there to see. So I picked it up, and I'm going like, I smelled it. Ooh, this smells good. It smells good. Okay, so I took a bite. Well, long story short, I ate the whole thing. This was a few days back. This was not today, okay? I didn't go through the paramedics coming here and the rescue squad and in front of my house for me to go and eat a piece of Danish. That would be dumb. That would be plain dumb, okay? So The verdict was it was not a heart event, but boy, I could tell you, I have been alive for 72 years, and it felt like a heart event. But my blood pressure was really high. It was over 200. What did he say? 210? Over 135. Yes, that'll make your chest sore, and you got to figure out why. Now, I could tell you this, and this is good news for you guys that are kind of like searching. When I was doing the strict keto and even into carnivore, meat, eggs, butter, and bacon, if it wasn't meat, eggs, butter, and bacon, don't eat it. It's simple as that. Okay? So is hot dogs meat? Yes. If you look at the hot dog label, it says there's a pig in there. That's meat. So technically I can eat a hot dog. Not that I do. Easy. Back off. Don't fall out of your chairs. Okay? But because of the stuff that's going on with the snap and the Democrats that are holding the entire country hostage because they want their way, we don't have the votes anymore. We can't vote you against you. We can't force you to do what we want. So we're just not going to let the poor people eat. That's just what we're going to do. And then we're going to blame everybody else but us. It's the Republican people. It's the MAGA people. It's the president. It's the Supreme Court. It's this, it's that. It's not our fault. Nay, nay. But it is their fault. Fund the damn SNAP program. How many people did they say don't have food? You're going to hold food hostage because you can't get your own way? Let me slap the shit out of you, okay? And yes, I intended to use the SHIT word. What is that about? And then they're going to try to blame everybody but themselves. You want your way? Get the people to vote your way. You want the people to vote your way? Get your ass in line. Do some good things. All I hear is the party of no. I hear we want to do no. Well, we were thinking of no. We want to do this, no. That's as far as they got in their language class. They weren't able to get past the word no. So now they are doing a filibuster. So a filibuster, for those of you guys that don't know what a filibuster is, that means you get to talk, and until you relinquish your, I don't know what they call it, your microphone. Let's just call it the microphone. Until you relinquish your microphone, you can talk. You can read the whole Bible if you want. You can read the entire Constitution of the United States. You can read the Encyclopedia Britannica. Once you start talking, until you release the floor, you can keep talking. So what floor are you talking about? The floor of the Senate, the U.S. Senate. Okay? Wait, this is not a microphone. So how many senators do we have? We have 2 from every state. How many states do we have? We have 50 states. So how many senators do we have? We have 100 senators, okay? So in order to stop a filibuster, you actually have to have 60 votes, not 51, like normal, okay? And they're not able to muster that. So they're at a standstill. So in the meantime, I basically run out of food the last week of the month, and I revert over to one of you guys that gives me an Amazon gift card. I don't know if I have permission to say who or not, and I buy the keto meal replacement powder, vanilla. So I buy the vanilla powder and I make a smoothie every morning, and that's my smoothie. Now, during the last week of every month, I run out of food normally. Okay, and so I revert to very cheap food. I have the smoothie, and that's paid for, okay, by the generosity of one of you guys, okay, and eggs. I usually buy 3 dozen eggs every month. And what else do I buy? I buy a third thing, cottage cheese, okay, because cottage cheese, believe it or not, is super crazy high in protein, and it's low in sugar, and it's all natural. I mean, it's not injected with crap. Okay. So during the last week of the month, I usually have cottage cheese, eggs, and protein powder. Well, there was no money in the SNAP because I have SNAP. SNAP is the food assistance program across the United States. You get, oh, I don't have it here. You get a credit card. They put money in it from the state of Florida, which I get. It used to be $187. It goes up and down. Well, now it's $0. Okay. So I don't have money to buy food. So I am eating things I shouldn't eat because they're there. They're right there. So what my brother or Marlon will bring something and it'll go. Chocolate chip cookies right there. Potato chips right there. Do you have any other food, Peter? Nay. There is no other food. So I think that change in the diet has upset my system and my system is rebelling. And I thought I was having that heart attack. But thank you, Lord. It is. He said, you're going to live another 30 years. And I was waiting to hear the opposite. I guess my face looked shocked because they all looked at me like I made a strange face. And I said, I'm not having a heart attack. What this is going on now. I feel such pressure that it's painful. Actually, the leftover is when I press on the bones here, it still feels sore. Okay. So everybody said, don't go live tonight. Relax. Well, I get more relaxed when I get together with you guys. You think it's a stunt that I do, that I'm making millions of dollars by being here? No, I don't. I get pleasure out of sharing and spending time with you. And that's why I don't quit. I'm assuming some of you people feel the same way. You just want to get together and talk with me on Friday night. And when that ends, we'll just stop the show. But we have the same people. I love them coming in. I even know part of your life. Like, I haven't seen Scotty. So Scotty is not here because he's out entertaining the elderly, senior citizens, people in hospitals, children's homes. And Friday night is a busy night for him. So he is a piano player, singer. I think he writes, besides being a complete photographer. So my guess is he is now entertaining some people, making their lives happy, picking them up because there's maybe nobody that comes in to see them, meet with them, and you can get very lonely, honestly, okay? And God bless Scotty for doing that. Now, yeah, he gets paid, but where do you think he's going to get paid? They're going to give him a token check, $50, $100, and the man's got to live on that. So it's coming from his heart is the reason I'm saying that, okay? So anyway, today I didn't eat nothing because I took a Xanax because that calms me down, but today it put me out. I went to lay down and just relax a little bit, and dang if I was out. I was out. I woke up like at 4 or 5 o'clock, and this is from 9 o'clock in the morning. So I needed my sleep, and I didn't die while I was sleeping. I'm still here. Hello? I just took a shower. My hair doesn't look that good. My hair normally looks better. Okay. You get what you get. What am I going to tell you? So anyway, so that was one event that happened. And that was the biggest blessing. Okay, because I thought right now, this morning, I thought, oh, how am I going to tell them that I'm not going to be able to be live tonight? Nobody else can log in. We're going to have to fix that. Going to find who I trust that can log in and make a comment for me. And here I am, live. After having the non-heart attack this morning, I'm here. Okay. So I did take a Prilosec also. Those of you that knows what it is, because I'm regurgitating nothing. So I had to, for dinner tonight, I had a scrambled egg, 2 scrambled eggs with cheddar cheese, a piece of toast, which is not on the keto diet, but I wanted something to absorb. okay? And I had it with just water. I didn't have it with any other liquids. So I feel run down, but I think it's from the After Effects. Anybody else here take Xanax? Okay, so the Xanax will actually, it's like you drank 3 beers, but they have a long effect. Like an overnight, like if you get drunk, but it doesn't get you quite drunk, okay? So, no, I haven't been drinking. That reminds me. I've been sipping a lot of water because I don't know if it's digestive or not. So I'm kind of trying to wash out my system. And one of the pills that I take is a diuretic. So that covers the first event. So the second event that happened today is quite an eventful day. So there's 4 events, okay, that happened today. And you're the 4th one. My live show. You're my happy event of the day. I get to come and spend time with you. Let me make sure I don't have the reverb running here. Let's see. Okay, I forgot to turn that down. So we did some 2 Zoom meetings today where I was helping someone else with the Zoom meetings. So I kind of changed things around. I have to remember to put them back. So the second event that happened today is I tried to call you, Randy, because I see you there. I haven't gotten to the list yet, but your phone is turned off like normal because I wanted you to help me, Rhonda. Or no, it's Randy. Help me, Randy. Help me, Randy. Da 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 da. Who's that? The Beach Boys? So anyway, I think this camera is sold. So this camera is a camera that I put up for sale. Let's see if I can put on the overhead camera. There we go. Okay. So this is the Lumix S9 in red, going the wrong way. Stay over the pad, Peter, and everything will be fine. Okay. So with the lens, which is an 18-40 lens, and it does have the grip. And I did take the grip off right away because I didn't like that this, when I hold this like this to record facing me, wrong way, okay, this piece down here is actually cutting, or feels like it's cutting into my pinky winky. Not those 3 fingers, that one, okay, because it rests right there to hold the whole weight of the camera. So I said, I'll fix that, I'll take it off. But no, the camera works so much better with this grip because the grip includes this piece here. Now this camera is like brand spanking new, okay? So the person that bought it, okay, was getting hot. He made me an offer. Okay, I'm not going to say what it is publicly. It's just to preserve some privacy. Let's get back to the camera here. Let's get back to where we're supposed to be. Where are we? Nikon Z6 Mark III, which Randy has 2 ZRs, which are basically this camera, okay, but modified, and it's got all the red stuff in it. So anyway, the guy came to the point where he was asking my address, which means he's going to come to my house. Well, there's nobody who's going to come to my house from Facebook with the pricing of these cameras, okay, without me speaking to them on the phone. If you won't speak to me on the phone, you're just not going to get the camera because I'm not going to trust you. I'm 72 years old. I probably would not win a fight with anybody, okay? I wouldn't even win a fight with my own pillow. I'd probably fall out of the bed. So anyway, I did get a phone call and it became blocked because it came from Brazil. Okay, so I gave the guy my number and I said, call me. We're not going any further until you actually will call me. So the guy was persistent. Okay, because when you see a number from Brazil, it's a scam. It's you don't even have to do anything. Here, let me spell it out for you. Just because it's going to be fun for me. My therapy, I get to write on my Carlos pad. I thought for sure it was a scam. Ooh, that feels so good. And then right there, don't tell me that's not fun. That is so much fun. Okay? So, for sure, it's a scam. It says Brazil, it's in red. My iPhone put it in red. So I didn't write back to him. I figured, oh, there he goes. They say they're going to buy it and then they disappear. And it happens all the time. So don't take it personally if that happens to you, okay? It actually, they'll come to the point where I've even given somebody my address. That was the first one. And guess what that one said? Scam. Okay? So, hey, be flying at me. So the guy said, I tried to call you, but it goes right to voicemail. And I says, nobody called me. Let me check. And he says, oh, it probably came through from Brazil. I said, oh, well, if it came through from Brazil, Apple is marking it as a scam. I don't think I want to continue because, you know, I don't feel comfortable and stuff like that. So he started begging. I'm here with my wife. I came from Brazil. We're renting on Miami Beach. And I want to buy a camera. And my wife likes your red camera. I'm going to pay cash. I'll meet you wherever you want. And this and that. I said, well, how about if we FaceTime? Okay. And while I was doing all that, he sent me this message as a voice message through the marketplace. Now I'm going to play it for you. Turn your ears on and get a first impression. Is this guy going to scam me? Is he going to try to kill me? Does he sound friendly? Does he sound like he's family? I haven't seen him yet. We have not done the Facebook, okay? So, I'm sorry, FaceTime. So listen to this and tell me how he sounds. This is what he sent to me in a voice message. I mean, he is going like, I'll send you a picture of my wife. I'll send you a picture of my car. I'll send you a picture of my apartment. The guy was really pushing it. So here's what he sounds like. Listen.
Peter, I tried calling again and went again to the voicemail. I'm not sure if it, like, how it would work for you to call me since my number is still from Brazil. But I think probably if you type +55 and then the rest of the number, it would work.
Okay, so he sent me that instead of texting. Okay, I'll play it again for you. And then I'll tell you what I think.
Peter, I tried calling again and went again to the voicemail. I'm not sure if it, like, how it would work for you to call me since my number is still from Brazil. But I think probably if you type +55 and then the rest of the number, it would work.
Okay, so now you got to hear what I got to hear. Okay, and that is good. So then I said, okay, how about if we FaceTime? He said, oh my God, we can do that. So we FaceTime. Very nice young man. Went out on the balcony, showed me the beach and everything. He says, I have been scammed on Facebook, so I know how you feel. I don't know what I could do to make you feel at ease, you know, and so on and so forth. So we stayed on Facebook, I would say a good 10 minutes. I was waiting to pick up that hint that there is a scam in progress here. And there might still be, okay? But he didn't sound like it. He looked good. Here's my wife. Here's what I'm renting. He showed me his living room. He says, we can meet anywhere you want to meet, you know. You know, in Brazil, they don't speak Spanish. They speak Portuguese. So anyway, long story short, I said we can meet at the Chipotle because I figured I would take, like Randy just said, the last message, get Marlon. Marlon loves Chipotle. So I'll treat you to Chipotle, Marlon, if you come with me. He would jump at it, but I didn't do that. So we were going to meet at Chipotle, and then I asked him, are you afraid to come to the house? I said, if you bring your wife with you, I said, you can come to the house as long as you're not scared. So I said, some people are afraid to come to somebody's house too. Just like I'm very cautious about having you come to my house, okay? Because it's a lot easier to eat at the restaurant, to meet at the restaurant. He says, no, I'll bring her. She's the one that wants. That's how I found out. She's the one that wants the red camera. She thinks it's, that's what, he was basically saying women. You can't figure them out. Okay, she wants a red camera. So he said, so we agreed. And I told him, don't call me before 10 or 11, because after I finish the show tonight, the Christmas movie season is in full force. I might go to bed, fall asleep, or I might go to bed and fall right into a nice Christmas movie. I really love Christmas, guys. It just is so peaceful, and it speaks to me, okay? Might not speak to you, especially Norm. Norm, are you here? Where's the Hanukkah movies? Okay, so he's Jewish. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. I wish I could do it live. So if something happens, you can all watch and see what's going to happen. But I'm not going to do it live. But Marlon will be here, and I will give my brother and Randy a heads up as to when he gets here and when he leaves. So if Randy or my brother doesn't hear from me back again in an hour, there's a problem, okay? So those phone calls haven't been made yet. Now, I don't even know if Randy or my brother will be available. So anyway, so the good news is the money from this is going to be able to pay a couple of the bills and feed me, okay? Eating is important. Ask John Benet, do you want to not eat? Nay, I want to eat. The whole world should be a buffet. If you guys haven't, I keep saying his name and you guys probably don't have a clue what the hell I'm talking about. There's a guy that's a comedian. He passed away. He is like 450 pounds. And he makes a joke out of himself. Okay? So apparently there's something in Canada called Beavers. That is a chocolate. It sounds like it's a oversized eclair covered in a crusty chocolate something. So they put this stand that sells it out. Where am I? On the ice skating rink, and he's going like, bring that thing. Why is it out there? So anyway, the second day, he was smelling them frying it. It's a fried something. So you guys that are in Canada, you probably know what he was talking about. So anyway, on the second day, he decided to put the skates on. 450 pounds now. Surprised he didn't crack the ice. Okay. And he makes fun of himself. So I'm not doing anything mean. Okay. So he got on. He said he started going and he was heading for the stand. And there was his husband and his wife and his two kids. Their two kids were standing there. And he's waving at them. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Move. Okay, so anyway, he knocked them all down like he was bowling. Okay, so he said, while the paramedics were treating them, I guess he ran right into them, right? While the paramedics were treating them, I offered tickets to the show. I never gave out more tickets to my show because he's a stand-up comic. So he's funny. But the videos are old, so the quality is not that good. So if you get into a kind of a mood where you need laughter to pick you up, look up John. I don't have to spell that for you, right? It's the fourth gospel: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. John. Really? Do I have to tell you how to spell John? Okay. So, and his last name is the word pine, like a pine tree, and then add TTE at the end of it. T, like Thomas, E, okay? TTE, pine, TTE. and it's pronounced Pinay, pinette. Okay? And just look up, and he'll have you laughing, which will pick up your mood. And the Bible says laughter, a merry heart does good like a medicine. Okay? So, that is... Oh, I use this camera, which is the FX2, and I haven't made any videos because my heart is just not there. Not this heart. This heart, thank God, according to what I got today, was good. Okay? My heart is not in it anymore, and I haven't made any videos. But there's people out there just pissing me off. They keep going, this doesn't live up to the standards of the FX3. I have the FX3 and I'm so disappointed in the FX2. Well, it's not designed to compete with the FX3. It's not in the same league. It's in its different league. Okay? This camera is in the league of the Z6 Mark III of the Canon R series and those cameras. The FX3 is a video maker's camera, not even a YouTube maker. You're going to make a film that's going to go on Paramount or Disney or with Netflix, or then you look at the FX3. This is not that camera. And you've got hundreds of people out there saying it just isn't right. What was Sony thinking? Well, this camera is the best camera you can buy. Hello? Think of it as dipped in chocolate, covered with coconut, and deep fried. Now start eating. Okay? That's what the FX2 is. Is it light and small? It's light. It's pretty small. It's a little bit bigger because it's a little bit fatter because it has a fan built in. Mira, which means look. Okay? So, do you need a fan? Do you need a camera with a fan? You do? Well, if you need a camera with a fan, guess what these two vents are? These two vents are suckers. They suck in the air. And then if you turn it this way, it blows out here. You can't see that grill, can you? Do you want full-size HDMI? You do? Well, I don't know where it is. There it is. Full-size HDMI port. Do you need 2 card slots? You do? Oh my God, it's got 2 card slots. Looky, look at that. If I can angle it so you can see it, okay? 2 card slots. Do you want more than your 24 megapixel camera has? Do you want more than that? You want more? Well, this has 33 megapixels. Do you want the best focusing system that Sony has? Well, this has it. This is the best focus system that Sony has. It's right here. Do you want all that and you want a viewfinder? How about one that moves up so you can look down and back down so you can look forward? It's got that. It's right here. This is not an FX3. An FX3 is not in the same league as this camera. Completely different. It's got the best sensor because it's got the sensor from the A7 Mark IV. Yeah, that's in here. 33 megapixels. It's light. Oh, do you want the best stabilization that Sony has? The very best that they've got? You want that too? How can you possibly want all that in one camera? There is not one camera that has all of that in it. Oh, wait. This one does. It has all that stuff in it. So what in the hell does the FX3 have to do with this? So when you watch a video on this camera and they say anything about an FX3, tell them to go to hell. They're lying to you. Okay? Now, I use this camera. This is a full frame camera too, not a crop. No crop. Unless you do 60p. Then they kick you in the balls. You're cropped. But there's nothing wrong with that because half of my lenses are crop sensor lenses. Okay. Anyway, this is a full-size sensor lens on a full-size sensor camera. And I took about 8 or 10 pictures of the S9 in red with the red grip. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Okay. Red, 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 red. Those are you guys that do trading. Okay. Red, 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 and green, green, green. Green, green goes buy. Red, red means sell. Okay. So I took pictures of the lens. I took pictures of the camera. I took off the lens. I took pictures of the sensor. This sucker's like brand spanking new. I'm not going to say prices, so if you're waiting at the edge of your seat, I'm not going to do it. Okay? That could just open up trouble. And I ain't looking for trouble, especially after today. I'm not calling no rescue squad. I'm not calling nobody. Not even calling you. All right? So I put it up, all the pictures. I used the FX2. And you know I had a problem with the FX2 because I never really set up the still side. Okay? So it kept taking and focusing on whatever I want. Well, you have to go in here and you have to turn on, okay, the tap to focus feature. That means you want to focus on the word Lumix, you just tap on it. Just tap right there. All you got to do is tap. Look through your little viewfinder or your LCD and go like this. What? This is a very difficult thing to do. You take your finger and you go tap. And suddenly it focuses right there. Damn. Wow. Is it that something special? Okay. Well, that wasn't turned on, and I couldn't figure out why I'm getting all of these out of focus pictures. So I'm getting excited. I'm just going to calm down. Okay. We don't want a midnight event, just like we had a morning event. As much as I like the rescue squad and the paramedics that came, they were very nice to me. They were very jolly. I'm not looking forward to them having to come back. Okay, so I'll just take a sip of water and calm down. So anyway, we're set up for tomorrow for them to come and get the camera, the lens, the charger, everything that comes with it. And if it winds up being a truly happy and nice family, they are actually getting something very good. Okay? Now for the main event. And if you think you're going to write in the comments, the show really starts at 43 minutes and something, I'm going to delete that. Okay? This is my show to have fun with you guys. And that's what I'm doing. And if you came only to hear what it says in the title, go away. I've become mean since this morning. I thought I was going to die this morning. Okay? So when people don't get what they want and they try to poop on me, I'm cleaning the poop out. I'm going to get the hose and I'm going to wash the poop out like I used to do with the dog. Okay? You poop on me, I'm going to get the hose, I'm going to wash it off. So now the title of this is, they announced the Canon. Wait, let's do the Canon right here. Okay. So now I'm looking at the Canon R6 Mark II. Well, today they announced the Canon R6 Mark III. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Hey, Gomer, how you doing, buddy? Okay. So let's take a look at that. Let us take a look at that. Where am I going to find this? Not there. Not there. All right. Let's go back. I did have it already. Pre-order. Camera. There it is. All right. Now how do I get you in on this? I want you to see this, just in case you're a Canon guy, because we honor everybody. Almost. So, oh, I have to come back here and turn on my desktop so you can see it. All right, let's go to the desktop, and we're all going to look at the Canon R6 Mark III together. Okay, do you want me to be in the bubble like this? Okay, so you see me in the bubble? How about if we get rid of me? You don't need to watch me. You know what I look like. If you don't know what I look like, watch last week's show or watch next week's show. That's what I look like. Okay, so here we go. We actually have the Canon R6. So what's the problem here? There, I got it. Hey, I'm learning. I finally got past kindergarten. All right, so here, Canon R6 Mark III, mirrorless camera, $27.99. What that's about, I don't know. $2,800. Take the extra dollar. I'll treat you to Chick-fil-A. I don't know what you could buy. Okay, here's the important thing. Estimated shipping date, November 25th. All right, so if I open my calendar, November 25th is the second day before Thanksgiving. So if they ship it out the second day before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is on what? A Friday? A Monday? A Thursday? Oh, I didn't know it was on a Thursday. All right, so Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. So that means on Tuesday they're shipping it. So unless you get overnight shipping, oh, the link's in the down below. So if you're going to buy the thing, click on my link because that will give me probably about $7 or $8. And I need that to eat. Remember, I don't have the food stamps. Or if you want to buy a Walmart gift certificate, that's where I'm going to go shopping for the food. $5, I'll buy me a bucket of cottage cheese. Okay. So anyway, let's open this up and see what the features are on this camera. Golly gee whiz, it looks just like my R6 Mark II that I'm actually looking at right now. I can see it. It's a twin. It's identical. There's nothing different. Okay, so, oh, you could buy it with the camera. You could buy it with the, well, you could read. I have to read this stuff to you. With the 24 to 105, 4-271, or the straight f4, I would go with this one, but it's $1,200 more. Yep, that's a lot of money, moolah. But if you got the money, okay, and if you're a Canon guy, this is what you get. Now, here's the things they did correct, which becomes important. Okay, they raised it from their 24, whatever it was, 26 megapixels. Now they're at 32.5, so it's in line with the FX2. It's in line with the FX2 for the price also. Okay, it's the same price as the FX2 now. Okay, yeah, they raised the FX2 to $3,000, and then it's on holiday special for $27.99. And guess how much this camera is? Oh my God, dear Lord Jesus, look at that! It's $27.99. Who knew? Okay, so we have that. Okay, so what's one of the first things? I'm going to go to the specs, because this is where Canon falls on their face. I'm going to go down, and if I go past it, tell me. I want to. Here we go. It doesn't say micro HDMI. It says one HDMI port. So they upped the megapixels, and they are giving you a full-size HDMI, if this is true, okay? If you go back up here, and you go to overview and you go to the pictures, let's come here. Okay. They don't show inside these doors. I would like to see the full-size HDMI. Okay, so on the other side, they actually show that you get the card slots. It's a double card slot. You get the joystick here. Okay, so on the FX2 that I have, one of the things that could be a little bit of a negative, and it was a negative at the beginning. Now that I've worked with it for a month, it's better, okay? But the joystick is right here, where the joystick is up on the top on the FX2. I don't know why. So this camera totally competes with the FX2, okay? And that will make the Canon people very happy, because The only thing that's really that I could see missing on this camera, and that's another thing that I did do a quick glance, and this part is disappointing. Shame on you, Canon. Okay. There's no fan on this. Now, they added open gate. All right. Now, that is a trigger word. Open gate 7K. So it's not open gate 8K, which it should be, but it's open gate 7K. Okay. And it's open gate only up to 30p. All right. So I don't know if it won't go higher or if it starts to crop after that. All right. But technically, every camera has open gate. Yeah, you heard that. Okay? Every camera has open gate. What does open gate mean? All right? Open gate means it will take the picture off of your entire sensor at one time. That's what open gate means. All right? So let's come back to me here, because this is a crock that people like to portray as the Holy Grail. It's got open gate. Hello? Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. It's got open gate. Well, you got open gate on every single camera. It's a manual transmission. Open gate means you could take it from there, put it in your software in the computer. You can't output open gate. So it's going to go down to 16:9, which you can pick 16:9. It's in the menu. Or it's going to go to 3:2, which means 16:9 means the black bars are on the top. All right. 3:2 means the black bars are on the side. If you put the camera to 3:2, you've got the full height of the sensor. If you put it to 16:9, you've got the full width of the sensor. If you take the full sensor and export it and send it to YouTube, it's going to come in with black bars. So you got open gate on every single camera. You just have to pick 16:9 or 3:2. But you want to know something? It sounds so much better. Like when the Democrats go, it's Trump's fault. You aren't getting no food this month. Okay? You got open gate because you can pick 16:9. You can pick 3:2. You can't pick them both at the same time. That's what open gate means. All right? However, open gate is there for the purpose. You know who came up with open gate? Panasonic. Panasonic came up with open gate. Back to my GH4, which is in the kitchen, okay? Even the GH3 before that, which didn't have 4K. So the GH4 came out on the Panasonic camera, and they have 4K. But they have open gate. They don't call it open gate. They call it photo mode. Photo mode means you crop as you please, like a buffet. Don't you just love to go to a buffet? You can pick out what you want, okay? So, yay, yay. The opposite of nay, nay. But when I get on YouTube and I want to make a serious video, hey, this is Peter Gregg. I'm in Miami, Florida, and I have the new bullshit camera. And it is the Mark II bullshit camera, okay? It's got open gate. Your camera doesn't have open gate, does it? Well, this bullshit Mark II has open gate, okay? So you can think you got the best because you got open gate. Open gate is where it's at. You got to have open gate or you don't have crap. Okay. No, they did not give me any medicine. I'm on a happy high. And the reason is I didn't have a heart attack. Now, I don't know what happens tomorrow. And if I die, listen guys, this is serious. If I die and you hear I die, all right, consider my faith. My faith says that because of what I've done and chosen to believe, when I die, I'm going to heaven. Not based on my performance, not based on my doing anything at all. It's based on somebody else doing it. And that somebody else is the one that gets judged in my place. And they got judged. And they win. They came back to life. The stamp of approval was put on them. So my whole point is, don't be sad. You can be sad a little bit because you're going to miss me on Friday night. I just know you're going to miss me, okay? You're going to go on Friday night, where's Peter? I want to see Peter. Well, I moved. I left Miami. I was heading for New York, and all of a sudden the plane took a turn, and I wound up in heaven. So be glad I'm in heaven, because you know what? 100 years from now, those of you that have had your tickets placed properly, you're going to be there with me. And for all you know, I might be doing YouTube in heaven. We don't know what's in heaven. We think it's this gaseous fartsville of a place. No, it's not. We are a mimic of the planet heaven. Earth, heaven. Now, heaven is actually the city, like New York City is on earth. London is on earth. Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane is on earth. Okay. Well, there's a planet called Paradise. Heaven is on Paradise. How do you know that? I studied the Bible. I read the book. Okay. So, it's a city. Do we know anything about this city? Yes, we do. It's got rivers. It's got roads. It's got trees. It's got houses. It's got a commerce section. It's got, what else does it have? Buildings that are not houses. It's got construction. Okay? It's got walls. It's got boundaries. 1,500 miles one way. 1,500 miles long. 1,500 miles wide. This is not my speculation. You can look it up in the Bible. You can look it up on Google. If Google is your God, look it up on your God. Okay? 1,500 miles tall. 12 gates. And they're all open. Open for business. Okay? And it's got a foundation of pearls, diamonds, sapphires, blah, blah, blah. It's all listed in the Bible. Do I look like I memorized the whole cotton picket Bible? Well, I haven't. So that city is sitting on this planet over here called Paradise. So when I die, I'm going to leave Miami, a city sitting on this planet. Some of you guys, like one of my best friends in Texas, it's a city sitting on Earth. Who's in Virginia? You know who you are. Okay, it's a city sitting on Earth. Okay. Well, on this city sitting on a paradise is a city called heaven. That's where I'm going. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay. So remember the movie, The Wizard of Oz? So when she got there in the beginning of the yellow brick road, went round and round like that. Okay. But if you looked off into the distance, you saw this city called Emerald City. It was tall. And it was majestic. And it was called Emerald City. Do you like emeralds? I like emeralds. They're okay. Okay? I don't have any emeralds. If you went up to me and you saw me in the street and said, "Hey, Peter, do you have any emeralds?" I would have to turn to you and say, nay, I don't have any emeralds. But the city at the Wizard of Oz was way off in the distance, and the little girl had to leave, and she had to go and follow the yellow brick road. I spit when I said that. And get to the Emerald City. Well, it's going to be kind of like that in heaven. You're going to follow some kind of road, and you're going to try to end up at a city called heaven. But all of it is a good place. Any of what I'm telling you in the Bible, or am I just making this up out of my mind? It's in the Bible. I'll tell you when it's my opinion. Here's my opinion. Just like the Muslims, they have it in their heart. I have to visit Mecca. Once in my life, I have to make a trek to Mecca. Who knows where Mecca is? It's a city. On earth. Or it's a place. On earth. It's not in heaven. It's on earth, okay? So I believe when we get to paradise, when I get there, I'm going to have it in my heart. I'm going to want to go to heaven. Going to go in one of those 12 gates. They're all open. It says open, open, open. There's a blinking sign. Open, open, open. Okay. So anyway, Mark M R bingo. All right. R6 Mark III coming 2 days before Thanksgiving. If you're going to pre-order, give me the blessing. Doesn't do anything to hurt you. It actually blesses me. If you're going to pre-order it there. Even if you're going to cancel it, pre-order it using my link. The link is free. I made a special deal with God, and the link is free. Use the link. Use the link, or get out of the line. Okay, so use the link, pre-order, and 2 days before Thanksgiving, which means you won't get it unless you order it next day. Because is UPS going to ship on Friday, or they close the whole weekend? So it'll probably get to you if you order it. They'll ship it on Tuesday. Wednesday it'll be in the air or over there. And then Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, they'll try to deliver it, but they're all going to be home eating. So then Friday they start up again because all the shopping centers are open on Friday. Of course, it's Black Friday. Okay. So then the shopping centers will be open, so you'll probably get it on Friday or Saturday. And if a UPS screws up and says, this address does not exist, even though my house has been here since 1962, when they get lazy and they decide they're not going to deliver it, or they get lazy and they don't have enough time to deliver it, instead of saying, we didn't have time to deliver it, Peter, it's just the way it is, they say, this address doesn't exist. Or it's behind a gate. Do I have a gate? Nay, nay, I have no gate at my house. The house has got a front door. It's got a doorbell. You go to the doorbell. You push the doorbell. Peter comes to the front door. You hand him the new camera. I sign for it, and I'm off. But they will say it's the wrong address, even though UPS comes here 3 times a week. Amazon's starting to pull that crap. Bad address. Bologna. Oh, I like bologna. It's a meat. Okay. So anyway, let's say hi to the guys that are in the room. Thank you for giving me a great show tonight, guys. I appreciate you being here. Oh, look at who's here. First guy on the list. What happened to him? My buddy Roy. Roy. Oh, that's the wrong song. Chain. Hi, Roy. Love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. I know you went through crap. Okay. Mine ended at the beginning. Yours didn't. And I keep you in my prayers. So, Jim Monday. Hey, Peter. So glad to see you tonight. You look good. Hope you got some rest. I slept the whole day. I do have some pain in my chest. And the pain is not pain. It's discomfort. So if I push here or here, I feel nothing. Okay, to give you a tour of the body, all right? I feel nothing if I push in those spots. But if I push here, it's sore. It really is sore. And it's surface. It's not like deep. Like, I don't know how you could push on your heart. But just pushing on here, it's the bones. The bones feel sore, okay? So Jim Monday is one of the people I contacted today. And Costa, Ticana Tequipera. Hi, everybody. That's not what I meant to say. Yasu. Get up with Yasu. Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. Talking to him, poor guy in Greek, and I'm demolishing my Greek. Here's Simon. Bo Simon. He's my friend from Canada. That was a brain fart. I wonder if it affected my brain. I wonder if it made my brain. Maybe I'm becoming Sophia. Do you know who Sophia is? No, I'm not. I'm healthy. By his stripes, I am healed. Death by Danish. Not for me. My goal is the sky, not the grave. I try to remember that this morning. It really felt like it was, the grave was a-coming. Okay. Hi, everybody. Just watch Badlands movie. Oh, I hope it was a good movie. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. And Roy says, these chats are my therapy. So you know how I feel. I'm not BSing you, right? You got it? Why isn't my chair? Oh, there's a box over here. Okay, so love you, Roy, again. I love everybody in here. In case I forget to say it, I don't want to say, oh, no, you didn't say hello to me. No reverb on. You're good. Oh, good. Oh, wait, there's something really important I have to do tonight. Thank you for reminding me, Randy. You triggered it. Randy, you triggered it. That's it. Let me put a star there so I can find where I left. Let me turn Randy off. Okay. Now we're going to go to the overhead camera. The overhead camera means I get to write something. Guess what color I'm going to use? I'm going to use red and black. Okay, so I'm going to say happy birthday. Oh, by the way, while you're watching me do this and getting bored, if it's your birthday coming up or today, make sure you tell me. Do it now. Put it in the comment. Don't delay. Get your ASS up and put it in there. Happy birthday. Okay, now guess whose birthday it is. Now, should I use black or blue? Let's use blue. It's something a little bit different. You're going to guess it as soon as I write the first letter. Happy birthday, Sammy. It is Sammy's birthday on Tuesday. It is Sammy's birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday to you, Sammy boy. Yes, I do love you, oh Sammy boy. Happy birthday, dear Sammy. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Oh, Sammy, you know I love you, and I'm singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sammy. We all love you, Sammy. I see you smiling. He likes to hear his name. Happy birthday, Sammy. Happy birthday, Sammy. We really all love you. Happy birthday, big boy. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Olimazi, all together now. Happy birthday to Sammy. Happy birthday to Sammy. Happy birthday to Sammy. Happy birthday, Sammy. Church off. So how old do you think he is? Should I say? No, I'll let him say it, okay? Because that might be something he doesn't want people to know, or maybe he will just spit it right out. We don't know, do we? Okay. So I wanted to make sure I made a big deal out of Sammy's birthday, and I might even make a live video for his birthday on his birthday too. You know, guys that age, they love it when you talk about them. Okay, so Scotty, happy birthday, Scotty. Just got in from playing a senior dance. See, I told you that's what Scotty does. And you said you didn't believe me. I told you that's what he was doing. Okay, so let's zip it through because I need to go to bed. I'm running out of energy. Okay, do ambulances in America really charge money? Yes and no. So I didn't get charged for today. However, if I got transported to the emergency room, there would have been a charge. for them to come and check me out and say you're having a heart attack or you're not having a heart attack. There's no charge. Okay? So we have the Wham-ambulance here. Have you seen that movie? Do you know what movie that's from? Okay. The Wham-ambulance. So Randy says, this is wonderful, great news on selling the Panasonic Lumix S9. I will call you tomorrow when the guy comes and gives me the cash. I might never hear from him again. I might call him, I FaceTime him, I might... nothing. He might just not show up. That has happened twice. Oh my God. I should have told him, come here, and we should have done it live right here on... Come over here. His name is Lucas. Lucas. Come here, Lucas. Sit here next to Peter. Uncle Peter. He's a young guy, okay? Let's sit here next to Uncle Peter. Put the cash here on the table. Right here on the table. Put the cash. Okay? And I will give you here's your camera, Lucas, right here. And then we will all know that it got sold. Okay? So if you really want me to update you, I can make a video tomorrow. All right? And tell you, hey, it went through. Or, hey, guess what? Okay, we'll find out. Okay. Roy is here. Roy is in the house. Roy is here. Roy is in the house. Roy is here. Roy is in the house. Here's his comment to me. Another tiny camera. Another tiny camera. Another tiny camera right here. You want to see one smaller? It's here. You want to see one smaller? It's here. Let's see what this is, the ZV1, but not the Mark II. That's why it's here. The Mark II is there because I use it. That was a gift for my birthday a year ago from Randy. Okay, the ZV1 Mark II. And that is a really nice camera. You want a nice camera? Doesn't have a lot of bragging rights, but does a damn good job? The ZV1 Mark II. Not Jimmy II. Not April II. Mark II. Okay. So Roy says, scam, send the camera and I'll pay later. Yeah, you're not kidding. No. That doesn't happen here. I haven't been around for 72 years for it to go like that. Get Marlon to speak Spanglish to him and see if he is legit. Oh, I did see that comment, remember? And is Mabel still cranky? Oh, yeah, she's a real bitch. She's a real witch with a B. We all love Norm the Chicken Man. Yes, we do. I love Norm. He could have not bothered to come back. We don't agree on religion. Probably don't agree on politics. He's bald. I have hair. He's Nikon. I was Canon. Now I'm Sony. So technically we shouldn't get along. But he comes and he loves on me and I love on him. And I honor him for being the wonderful dad that he is. To me, that means a lot. Because that's one of the best relationships that you will ever have in your life is with your parents. God created it that way. That's why God gave us doubles. When you roll the dice, you get doubles. You get a mother and a father. It just happens. Okay? So, Norm, we love you even though you're not in tonight. You're probably watching something someplace, doing something, having chicken. Wipe your mouth. You got chicken all over your mouth, Norm. Wipe that chicken, wipe that smile right off your mouth. Norm, we love you. Norm, we love you. Norm, we love you, love you, love you. Oh, Norm, we love you. I don't hear much of an accent. What kind of an accent you want? Nay, I don't do accents. I don't know accents. I'm from New York. New Yorkers don't have accents. Hey, the difference between New York and Canada is where the A goes. When you go outside, someone's sitting on your car. If you're in New York, you say, hey, get off my car. If you're in Canada, you say, get off my car, eh? It's where the A goes. Now, on a male, the A is in the same spot all the time, down there. Some of you get that, some of you don't get that. So Randy says, I'll be available now. Now sell the A7C. No. Take the cameras that I love and sell it. No. I love that camera. I love the FX2. I love the R6 Mark II. I love the S5 Mark II. I love the N6 Mark II. No, Mark III. The other one's up there. The Z6 Mark nothing is up on the top. Gotta stop spitting. Gonna have to drink some water. I'm losing a lot of water here, folks. The water just keeps coming out. My mouth. It's not coming out the hole that belongs. The lower regions. I'm spitting. I started off quiet and I got really worked up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a Xanax and go to sleep tonight. I need a rock solid night's sleep. Or I'll take 2 beers and call you in the morning. But I don't have any beer in the house. I don't drink. Bop, 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 bop. Roy says, by the way, they speak Portuguese in Brazil. You know, my nephew's wife is from Brazil. That's where he found her. He married her. They just had a baby. But you knew that. I told you they had a baby. It's a preemie. We've all been praying for him to do well. Now he's past the normal birth date almost by a couple of weeks. And he's getting bigger from what I hear. He's 5-6 pounds already. Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. He's a growing. So, Dom DeLuise. I remember him. Dom DeLuise is funny. Who is it that I like? The guy on Carol Burnett. That wasn't Dom DeLuise. Tim Conway. Oh, my God. Especially the dentist thing where he put Novocaine in his arm and it was like this and his face and it was like this and it was, they had the best. TV is not the same anymore. TV is pure crap and you can use the worst word if you want. Okay. So Latin-based languages can communicate with each other. Portugal, Spain, Italy, Romania, Roma. You know what I'm in the hanker for? Probably not supposed to be eaten by me. I feel like having spaghetti with ragu meat sauce. Now you go, Peter, ragu? Seriously? Well, I doctor it up. I put a half a spoon of oregano, a half a spoon of onion powder, a half a spoon, full spoon of garlic powder, and a full spoon, and sometimes I cheat, of sugar. Now the sugar isn't to make it sweet, because it does get a little twinge of sweetness, but it cuts the acid, which can sit in my stomach, bubble up in my chest, and make me think my heart is something wrong. Boy, that came out wrong. I'll make my mouth work yet. Give me a chance. Need 5 more likes, please. Oh, Randy must have a bet going on. So, love you, Randy. Hey, Carlos, just hit the like. Everybody just made it to the Christmas room. Christmas room. Christmas room. I just made it to the Christmas room. Gonna stay here all night long. No, I'm not staying here all night long. Only in your dreams. Only in your dreams. I'm not staying there all night long. Only in your dreams. Hi, Carlos. Carlos is Bokeh Bashudo. He just did a video, and I had to watch it twice. And you know how you segue or between clips and you put a fade? Come on, you guys. You know what the hell I'm talking about. If you are editing in Final Cut Pro or any place else, and you have 1 clip and 2 clips, you put a fade between those clips. Is it that hard to follow my English? You want me to, now sumilisto, you want me to talk Greek? Now sumilisto linika na katalavenis tileo? Now supo, akuse. I'm saying listen in Greek. So you're editing, okay? And instead of putting a fade, he jumps into this nice little jazz clip. I don't think it's more than 4 seconds, maybe 7 seconds, maybe 2. I didn't time it. But boy, if it didn't make that video dang interesting. He hit a really good idea. So he'll be talking something about the camera, It's your creativity comes out the camera. You use it. You use your finger. You push the button. You make a picture. It's your creativity. And you want to know, let me tell you what to take a picture of. Then, hey, welcome back. Okay. Well, he doesn't do the welcome back part. I don't have a script, so I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. Nay. Okay. So, anyway, I thought that was really a good idea. Do you keep the pool open? Yeah, we don't close the pools in Miami. They never close. Only up north do you close a pool. So I did have a problem with the pool when I was flat on my back for a month, and I asked my brother can you please put some chlorine in the pool? Can you please put some chlorine in the pool? Yeah, sure. Did he do it? Nay, he did not. He did not put chlorine in the pool. I'm acting so much like John Pinay. You can tell I've watched like 100 hours of him. But he'll pick up your spirits. So he's like 450 pounds. He dropped 150 or more pounds and then died. I don't know the process. I don't know the procedure. I'm just sorry that he died. So the man was extremely gifted. I mean, gifting to the max. Max gift. I wonder if that is a word. I have enough trouble remembering all about my Nikons without getting into Canon again. Oh, Roy, you underestimate yourself. You can do it. And if we all get together, we all pray for you, Roy, you will be speaking Canonese within a week. That will be a miracle. Oh, I've got to calm down. I'm going to float right out of here, fly right out of here. So, Scotty, R6 Mark III is too expensive considering it has no top load. Oh, top LCD. Very annoying. No, it's not the lack of a top LCD, okay? Because it's got the FV mode, which is a miraculous mode on Canon's part. You gotta give, what is it? Praise to where praise is due. That FV mode is fantastic. Now, they did put a version of it here, okay? They don't call it FV mode, but when you go to M mode, suddenly across the bottom of the LCD screen, you have the equivalent of Canon's FV mode. FV mode means you got 4 little boxes. These 4 little boxes across the bottom of your LCD screen actually operates, controls all the light that works in the camera. So it operates the shutter. You tap on it, change the shutter speed. Flick, 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 flick. Okay? You want to go to automatic? Tap, 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 automatic. You tap it again. You want to go to 1/200th of a second? Flip, flip, flip. You want to come down to 1/25th of a second? Flip, flip, flip the other way. Okay? And it just stays. Then the second one, and I'm not shooting a bird, is f-stop. You tap on it, flip, flip, flip. Your f-stop goes higher, 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 higher. Flip, flip, flip. It goes down lower. You want to put that in automatic? Tap, tap, tap. That's an automatic. Go back to the shutter. Tap, tap, tap. That's an automatic. Okay. How about ISO? There you go. Tap. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. The camera has got all the controls right there across the bottom of the LCD. And that is FV mode. So if you didn't know that about your Canon, look at the dial on the top. If it says FV, you're going to get 4 little white boxes across the bottom of your LCD screen. If you tap on them, you can change any one. The ISO, the compensation, the f-stop, and the shutter. If you double tap on the ones that will accept it, you will go immediately into automatic mode. So if you get flustered, put the whole damn thing in automatic mode by doing what? What can you do to put everything in your Canon camera in automatic mode? Okay, double click the trash can. So if you double click the trash can, see how I do that with such emphasis? Automatic, 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 automatic. Hey, what's wrong with you? Oh, okay, automatic. Okay. So it's one of the best. You have it on yours, Scotty. You got FV mode, buddy. You got it. Toyota. Okay. Okay, stop motion looks interesting. Yeah, that would be it. That does look interesting. Costa diles que pera. The camera companies should give you a cut for promoting their products. They use us, Costa. They use us. They will fly, not me, because they think I'm anti-Canon. I'm not anti-Canon. The camera is a very nice camera. Okay? I'm anti-Canon management. They will bend over so we can rhymes with duck. Okay? So we can duck you. Bend over. That's the management. The camera itself, I own one. Let's put it on so we can give it a little honor. So you could see. There's one right here. This Canon R6 Mark II. Right there. You're looking. Here's looking at you, kid. I like you an awful lot. Yes, I do. Okay. So, anyway. No, the camera companies don't give. They don't give. Roy says wait, this is important. Half of an HDMI port. Why you say that? Are you joking? Is this a Roy joke? Or it's not a full-size HDMI port? Just let me know, and I will be shooting that at their face for a month. Okay? Can you imagine spending $2,800 on a camera and they give you a little micro penis in the HDMI port? What is up with that? I want a full-size one. Randy says, yes, the 3 has a full-size HDMI port, a significant upgrade from the micro HDMI port on its predecessor and everything else. Okay? That is the most ridiculous thing. The FX2, does it have the micro HDMI port in here? Nay, it's got the full size and it's right there. It's a full-size HDMI port. This is the best camera you can buy. If you're not going to buy this camera, use your phone. Your phone works fine. But if you want a man's camera or a woman's camera, buy the FX2. And don't be afraid to buy yourself at least two of the crop sensor lenses. Either the 11mm 1.8 crop sensor lens, it works perfect on this camera, or the 10 to 20 f4 crop sensor lens from Sony itself, works perfectly on this camera. And the second lens you will need, buy one of those two. You don't need two super wide, okay? Then buy the 20 to 70 f4 will work perfectly, and it's full frame, okay? It's an f4. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's an f4. All right, and what its sensor is so good in here, you could go up to 25,600, okay? No skin off of whatever the saying is. You finish the saying. And then the other one, you need a fun lens. That 70 to 350 crop sensor goes up to 550 millimeters. You will have fun. It comes with a guarantee of fun. Okay? So. Or they just throw the package in the runway. That's when I was making fun of UPS. When they can't find you, it's like, woof, like they're throwing the newspaper. Roy got that. You notice? Roy is clever. You think he's not clever, but he's clever. He really is. Clever Roy. We're going to start calling him Clever Roy. Gregory says, I hope you are doing well. Yep, I'm doing pretty good. Did you hear the story what happened today? I had 3 events today. This is the 4th. Okay. So you'll have to watch the rewind. Peter, learn to relax or we will lose you. You know, I thought that. They didn't say that. Oh, wait. One of the guys did say it. The black guy. Nicest guy you ever wanted to meet. I said, can I keep you? Can you live with me here? He said, you have to learn Exactly what Roy has said. You have to stop stressing. I'm thinking, how does he know me? Does he have a secret camera? Is there a secret camera in my house that he has? How does he know I'm stressing? I'm stressing. I'm stressing. No, I'm relaxed in Jesus. But thank you, Roy. That is super important. Crazy important. So Randy says it's time for you to go to bed, Peter. Have a great week. Stay safe. Keep smiling. And cheers. Roy says, did you lose weight because you ate all the Danish? Yes, I lost a lot of weight because I ate all the Danish. Roy, you think you're so funny. You really do. You think you're funny. Peter's head is already too big. Oh, what? Wait. What do I... Oh, is that with the head blowing up? Feels like it's filled with air. If it's something else, then I missed your whole joke. Gregory said I missed the beginning. I had to call the paramedics this morning. Honest to God, no joke. I thought it was the end of my life. I thought I was having a heart attack. The pain was so great, I had to call 911. And the lady on the phone said, go and unlock the front door. I says, I can't move. She says, you got to get the front door unlocked. I says, I can't move. She says, you've got to get the front door unlocked. Is there anybody else in the house? I said, yes, there is. She says, tell them to go open the front door. I did. It wound up not being a heart attack, which is why I'm so light tonight. I really, when he did the EKG, I thought he was going to say, you're having a heart event. Don't get excited. We're going to have to transport you to the hospital. And when he said, do you want the good news first or the bad news? I said, just give it to me. I don't care. He says, you're going to live another 30 years. I said, what are you saying? You just took the EKG and I'm okay? What's all this pain? There's pain here. Can you see I'm in pain? I didn't talk like that then. I'm happy now. I'm talking silly. Okay? And that's when the other guy says, you have to learn not to stress. Just knock your block off. So that's what happened at the beginning. So we're going to go bye-bye with Randy. Watch his videos. That's another great way to relax. I have done that. That's how I fell asleep today. I put one of Randy's videos on where he was driving. He got stuck in traffic, and that got me very nervous because when I get stuck, that's why I don't drive. He got stuck in traffic. It looked like hell was going to freeze over before they moved. Okay? So I turned it off. I'm not going to watch that one. So I watched another one. And he was showing shopping centers and at nighttime and what was in this shopping center, what was in that shopping center. And you know what got me? You know what got me? Ask me what got me. He showed a Dunkin' Donuts. He said, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. I said, Randy, send me a donut. I want a donut. He said, no. You had to call the paramedics. They told you not to stress. They should have added, no donuts for you. So anyway. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for upholding me in your prayers. I certainly uphold you in my prayers out loud when I do my prayers. I pray for everybody in my Friday night family. God, you know what they need. You know what they asked of you. You know things that they don't know. Your kingdom come on them. Your will be done on them on earth as it is in heaven. And that's what I pray over each one of you. Nothing about religion. Nothing about did you go to church. Nothing about did you confess your sins. Just be blessed. Because somebody paid for you to get blessed. All right, guys. God willing, I will see you next Friday, or you'll miss me. Okay? Don't cry. I told you. I'm just gonna get on a plane and go to another city. Watch the rewind so you can hear all about that. All right. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna go get some kind of a snack now. It is late, but my tummy feels. Maybe it's better if I don't eat anything. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. If you want to know the truth, I think I'm going to eat something. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for letting me come into your house. You think you got the better end of the deal? I did. This is therapy for me. I love the heck out of all of you, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Okay. And in today's world, saying I love you it can cause a problem. Okay, I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. Okay, I will call Randy and he might put it on his video so you can watch and see what happens. All right, catch you later. Love you. What camera I'm at? I want to look you in the eye. Look me in the eye when I say I love you. All right, bye bye guys.